Hi, good morning. This is Suzanne Seeley with Suzanne Snips. Thank you very much for being with me today. Suddenly, the world was able to see what they'd only heard about. The great mountains, the oceans, Niagara Falls, the Grand Canyon, people's faces. What about the Indians? It was revolutionary, the development of photography. Now, for hundreds of years, the Flemish had been using the camera oscura, a small little box with a pinhole, and they were able to capture an image from the outside and cast it onto the wall of this box. Then they could go and they could sketch it. Well, they didn't want other artists, their rivals, for example, to know what they were doing. They wanted people to think like Vermeer, for example, with those incredible jewel-like paintings, that he was able to do that all by himself. Well, he had the tool of the camera, and there it remained, really, for hundreds of years. Artists had to go out into the fields and try to catch that ephemeral moment, the beautiful effects of shimmering effects of light. Monet, we know the Impressionists were desperately trying to capture that magicalness of that moment. Well, right about the same time, the Impressionists in the mid-19th century were developing this momentary effect, the impressionistic effect. Photographers were working on developing photography, and many of those early photographers were actually artists. So they were trying to develop new techniques with the camera, but more than anything, they were trying to create an image that would last. And that took a little while because it was complicated. So the artists were looking at what the photographers were doing. The photographers were looking at what the artists were doing, and they were sharing ideas with each other. One wanted what the other was doing, and one helped the other. Imagine the advantage for the artist to have an image of a sitter and not have to have the sitter come over and over again, or an image of a beautiful landscape and not have to go out there and stand out there, but they could take that image, that photograph, into the studio and finish it. It was tremendous. It was magical. It really was. So the early photographs developed very, very quickly because the photographers knew they had something that was truly useful, because think of the documentary evidence that a photograph offered, as well as all the many other practical things. Anyway, this is Suzanne Seeley with Suzanne Snips. Thank you for being with me today, and I'll see you again. Please check out my new website, Suzanne's Creative World, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.